What's going on, man? Welcome to HDiiTV. You're now rocking with your boy. Yep, we in the building. Now, Allen Robinson was traded. He has to go through a physical to make sure that his foot is okay. So the trade can be finalized. He's being traded to Pittsburgh. All the compensation is a trade, is a swapping of 2 7th-round picks. So that means the Rams would get the Steelers 7th-round pick, and then of course the Steelers would get the Rams pick and Allen Robinson. And the salary he's owed is $25.10 million. So yeah, I think 50. Hold on, 20. It was a 20 point. I think it was $20.15 million or something like that. But the Rams are gonna pay the bulk of it. I think they're gonna pay about 10. No, it was 15.25. Excuse me. $15.25 million is what's owed to Allen Robinson. The Rams are going to pay $10.25 million, while the Steelers will pay $5 million. So that's all they really had to pay. So Allen Robinson was a very prominent receiver back with Jacksonville. I remember him. Was it Jacksonville? I believe it was Jacksonville, and then he went to Chicago. Had back-to-back 1,000-yard season. Chicago wasn't paying him, so they traded him to the Rams, and he was injury-prone. You know, he got hurt. Plus, before he got hurt, he really wasn't fitting into the offense. You know, I didn't really like the fit for Allen Robinson. Allen Robinson is more of a go route type of receiver. You know, he's not really a receiver to run, you know, quick routes like ins and outs or hitches or things like that. He's a guy you send on the go and throw it up and he go gets it. So he can run the post, he can run the post corner, those type of routes, you know. But because if you look at the Rams receivers, they had Robert Woods before, you know, he became, you know, injury prone and stuff, you know. So the Rams like to get the receivers who could get off the jam, do their break, 1-2 in, 1-2 out, or 1-2 push this way or push this way, or they could go out. You know, it is what it is. Those are the type of receivers that the Rams usually get, not an Allen Robinson. Allen Robinson's a guy you would send, but if it would have worked out, man, the Rams would have been dangerous. But the Rams had a lot of injuries, and the way their team was built for, okay, right now we got to win. Right now we need to get this done. So, you know. But it is what it is, you know. You know, Allen Robinson, do I think he'll be fine with the Rams? I think he'll be okay. I mean, not the Rams, but the Steelers, yeah, they got a young quarterback in Kenny Pickett, who I like. I like Kenny. I think Kenny can make the throws, make the reads, and, you know, when he got in there to play, he actually elevated the offense a little bit. But this goes to show you, excuse me, this goes to show you that you have, of course, the Steelers going in on offense for Kenny Pickett. But yet, you know, they didn't do this for Lamar with the Ravens, his early years. They didn't do this for Jalen Hurts, but they did this for Jalen Hurts. They did this for him. Joe Burrow, you know, Josh Allen, Justin Herbert. They put all their eggs in that basket until it's time to pay the big fish. But this is what happened when you don't have smart management. Pittsburgh, I was surprised they did trade for Robinson because I just don't know how much he has left. He's just been injured prone. He hasn't really been as strong as he was since he left Chicago. But I think him being in Pittsburgh, I think it'll be better. I think he'll be a lot better. I think he'll get a fresh start, and I think he'll come out, doing his thing. They got Deontay Johnson already, who came up, who was good. I forgot the other wide receiver, but he was awesome too. So they already got some receivers on the team. So Allen Robinson, really doesn't have to be the main guy. He could play the you could put him in at the Z or the Y whenever you run 3-4 receiver sets like they do now. So if you run a 3 or 4 receiver set out the shotgun, quads you call it, I would put him at the Z. I would leave the other guy at the X. I would have Deontay running the inside, which is the Y or the U. That's what I would have him at. So, we'll see. But I'm not really sold on this. I hope it turns out correctly, but we don't know. We have no idea what to expect. But Pittsburgh, they're making some moves. But Pittsburgh, they're a team that's really going into the draft. They're really not looking to make a splash. But that's just how Pittsburgh always been. They've always been a team to say, you know what, man, we're going into the draft. We're not even worried about this. So, this is how they've always been. They've always been like this forever. So I'm not surprised. But this was a good pickup, though. I like this pickup. This was a real good pickup. I love this for not only Allen Robinson. Allen Robinson was with the Jaguars. He got drafted. He was a beast for the Jaguars. They just didn't really have a quarterback then. They had Blake Bortles. Bortles was terrible. So, but I just hope for the best for him, man, that he can get back to what he was in Jacksonville. But you know how it go. Does this put them over the top in the division? No. This doesn't put them over the top in the division. Excuse me. I don't think it puts them over the top in the division. I still think, they got some work to do, which they do. I want to see their draft. I want to see them get an O-line, get some D linemen, build their team up. You know how it go. There we go. But I love this, though. Pittsburgh, I think Pittsburgh's going to be good. Does this put them up some? I don't think so. I think the Browns and the Bengals are going to be at the top. I think the Browns are going to be number 1 this year. I think the Browns are going to fight for the number 1 spot. It's going to be them and the Bengals. I don't see, depending on the Lamar situation, I got the Ravens tied for last with what's their name? Tied for last with the Steelers. But I don't know if I just don't know, man, if the Ravens are going to, I just don't see it. I don't see the Ravens being, now the Ravens could mess around and be second or third or first, depending on the talent they put on the offense. I think they're going to get some receivers, get some people on offense. If they do, then the Ravens could probably be number 2 or 3 in that range. But the Bengals are still the best team, in my opinion. Now, if the Ravens have a chance to play the Bengals and they're able to stack up, then the Ravens could be number one. You know what I'm saying? So, you know how it goes. So it's gonna be interesting. I don't want people to, I just don't I just don't I just don't see the Ravens really I just don't see the Ravens really doing anything until they add a little more to the offense. We got to see what they do. But it could be interesting. If the Ravens are able to get Bijan Robinson, that'll be dangerous with Lamar and Bijan Robinson. That'll be real good. I would love to see that. I would love to see that. I would love to see that. Because I think Bijan would help them. But if they could get Quentin Johnson or the tight end or the other receivers that's in the draft that they got rated around that, I don't have the board in front of me. I'm going off of memory. I think they'll be okay. But it's going to be a tough division again, the AFC North. But I would not count the Browns out. I really think the Browns could mess around and be the number one team. The Steelers, I see the Steelers about a year or two away. Depending on how Kenny Pickett is this year, how far of a jump does he make? Is he going to be that guy? We don't know. It remains to be seen. Nothing against the guy, man. It's just, nothing against him. I like Kenny Pickett. I just don't know if he's going to be that top echelon guy yet. I give him another year or two maybe. But, he was looking pretty good when he was out there. But we'll see, man. It's going to be interesting to watch. It's going to be real interesting to watch this year. And then we still got to see if Lamar's still going to be on the team. Because reports have it that they're not going to pursue D-Hop. Then you have some people saying that they're still talking with him in the Cardinals. So we don't know how that's going to be. This draft is going to be one of the best drafts we've seen in a long time because there could be pieces moving at that point. And then also look out, nobody's talking about the San Francisco 49ers. What about Trey Lance? What do they do? Are they going to let Trey Lance and Brock Purdy go with a quarterback battle? Are they actually going to like Trey Lance? Because we heard John Lynch say in a report not too long ago that he likes Brock Purdy. And that's not my word for word verbatim, but the way he was talking was he wants to roll with Brock Purdy. So this lets me know that Trey Lance was a Kyle Shanahan pick and Mike Shanahan pick, not a John Lynch pick, allegedly. So that's interesting. And then we could have Lamar get traded. What if Lamar gets traded? Also, look out for Patrick McQueen. The Ravens might get rid of Patrick McQueen. They might trade Rashad Bateman. Remember, Rashad Bateman came out and blasted the organization. Also, Eric DeCosta. It's a lot of things that's going to go down this draft, man. Also, we were talking in the D Sam, man. Shout out to him, man. His channel is good. Make sure you guys subscribe to him. It's the THEED and Sam. Man, dude knows his stuff, man. He's a real journalist because he keeps it unbiased And if he does have bias, he'll tell you he has it. The dude is for real. Sometimes he does ESPN radio and stuff like that. You know, he does a multitude of things. And see, we need people like him. Hopefully one day we could collab. You know, I asked him to collab on something. You know, we may do it one of these days. So, hey, you know, you guys may see me collab with somebody for the first time on the Welcome to HDiiTV channel, or we might do one on here. We might do it on his. I mean, we got to talk about it. But he's a busy man. But make sure y'all subscribe to his channel. He brings the real, you know. And he's very cordial. He's very cordial. You know, he doesn't jump off the hinges like me. You know, I jump off the hinges because I'm very passionate, very emotional, and passionate about everything. That's just who I am, and I'm not going to change. But you know, but we got to see. You know, I think it's going to be tough. It's going to be a tough division this year. I can't wait for football to get back. You know, we'll see. Ooh, good shot. That's right. So thank you guys for listening. Make sure that you like, comment, subscribe, share this. Hit that notification bell to select all to receive upcoming notifications. And if you guys love what you hear, you can donate to the page by going to the description box to hit that link. That'll take you to my Cashapp. You could donate whatever your heart's desire. Whenever we have a live or a premiere video, you guys can super chat. Okay, you guys can super chat me. And after the video's over with, you guys can after the video's over with, you guys can leave a super thanks. So thank you guys for your love and your blessings, man. And let me know in the comment section, how do you think this move for the Steelers is? A-Dub, I want to know if you like this move for Allen Robinson. It's really not a bad, to me, it was a good trade because y'all got an extra piece, plus all y'all had to give up was your position in the 7th round. So it was a very good trade for you guys. And all y'all have to pay is, I think, $5 million. You know, some of his contract. So, or was it $5 million? Oh, my bad. It was 25. I think it was 25.10 or something like that. Yeah, 25. Yeah, I think it was 15.25 or something like that. I gotta look it up. But the Rams are gonna pay most of it, and the Steelers are going to pay the other part of it, but it's only some of it. So, like I said, you guys can leave a super thanks. But thank you guys for listening. I'm out. Deezy.